Well, as you've heard there are fears the precious gems will be dismantled in order for the thieves to actually sell them. There are also concerns they could end up, of course, on the black market. Let's discuss what might happen to the treasure and how it could be retrieved. I'm joined by Ronnie Bauer. He is a board member of the Jewellers Association of Australia and an Australian delegate to the World Jewellery Congress. He joins us now live from Melbourne. Thank you very much for your time this evening, Ronnie. What did you make of it when you heard this story?
I was absolutely shocked. Good evening, Lorna. I was absolutely shocked because these are absolute national treasures for Germany and for especially Saxony. But we were actually very lucky because what's called the Dresden green diamond, the most famous diamond, actually is in New York on loan at the Metropolitan Museum, and it could have been so much worse.
Oh, so they got their timing badly wrong in terms of getting the most expensive, the most valuable one?
Yes, or the most famous anyway, yeah.
Oh, OK. So tell us a bit about these things. They're sets, aren't they?
Well, for what they've done, if it's in the film Topkapi, it's a 1964 movie when a gang of thieves tried to rob the Topkapi Museum in Istanbul. It's almost a carbon copy with a little person going in and stealing the dagger with the emeralds. And what they've done here, they've gone in, they've grabbed what are priceless gems, and unlike a painting where you don't chip off the painting and say, hey, would you like to buy a bit of the Mona Lisa? You can actually break this up and say, would you like to buy a nice diamond? And that is the danger. I've looked at the pieces that have been stolen, and they can be broken up, recut, and gone forever, and the provenance and the historical value is just lost to history.
Right. When you say broken up, do you mean that the gems will be taken out of their settings and all separated completely and go off in different directions? Is there no way then of knowing where they are, what they are, if they do turn up?
Well, at the moment they're in their old cuts. At the moment they're rose cuts, Mazarin cuts, old mine cuts, and some people may be suspicious because these are very large gems. But if they're recut into even what's called transitional cuts or modern brilliant cuts, it'll be almost impossible to tell. Matter of fact, it would be impossible to tell because for the thieves it's a return on investment. Whatever they get is dollars in their pocket. They don't look at it from the historical point of view and the beauty and the rarity.
I mean, they are beautiful pieces. We're looking at them now. Are they brooches?
Looks like brooches. The one that I've seen is the breast brooch from the King of Poland, which has actually got small diamonds, and there they just pull them out, and the rubies pull it out and make it into other things and gone forever.
Is it possible, Ronnie, that they were stolen to order?
Who knows? I did not place the order, by the way. No. Who knows? It could well be. But if you look at what happened with the Swedish robbery from the cathedral there, they just couldn't sell them. They were found in a dump master. So with a bit of luck, fingers crossed, they are just too recognisable to be disposed of. But
okay.
That's a very slim hope. A
slim hope, OK. In terms of who might carry out something like this, very audacious thieves, is it possible that there's an inside job? Is there a history that things like this have been an inside job?
Well, with the fire just preceding the theft, it's a well-organised crime, there's no doubt. The car was burnt out. I'm just reading from the reports. You know, if it walks like a duck, waddles like a duck, it is a duck. So I would say it would have to be an inside job.
OK, and I've been looking at previous cases where art treasures and jewellery treasures have been stolen, thinking particularly the Hatton Garden one in London a while back. The Swedish royal jewels were stolen, weren't they?
Correct.
They generally do turn up or they get found and the thieves get caught.
Well, look, I have very little doubt because of the CCTV they'll catch the thieves. Whether they can connect the entire chain and get the goods back, well, that's a problematic exercise.
And am I right in saying with the Hatton Garden one, which is a massive heist, some are still missing?
Yes, well, some of these big heists are still missing. Don't forget there was the big gold heist too, the Brinks heist, where almost the whole value of gold was shaken by the amount of gold stolen. And even that was found. Because one thing that I think, and we've seen enough movies to see this, the greed, the stupidity of thieves, they leave traces, and hopefully they'll do the same here. You never know that.
Yeah, the Hatton Garden one is being made into a movie, actually, as we speak.
That was audacious. Yes.
Yeah, really audacious. Can you think of any similar that have happened in Australia?
Well, I was actually researching that while waiting to come on, and there's nothing. There are a couple, but they're nowhere in the same league. The most famous would be the stealing of the gold mace of the Parliament of Victoria. As you know, in the open Parliament, the Archbishop, they carry in this gold, looks like a gold rod with a crown, and it's called the mace, and they place it in front of the Speaker, and then the Parliament opens. That was stolen and never seen again, melted down for the gold. The other mythical one, which everybody hopes will turn up, it's not actually a theft, but it's in a similar sort of thing, will be Far Lap's Melbourne Cup, which has disappeared.
Ah, yes, of course. Ronnie, they are hot property now, aren't they, these diamonds? Let's hope they get found.
Yeah.
For someone like you, the importance of keeping them intact and keeping them on public display, what is that? The
provenance of the piece is what's so important. Diamonds... Well, diamonds are diamonds, but with the connection to the history, the connection to who the person was, the beauty of the way they were crafted. If you look at the pictures in front of you there, the settings, and they just don't work like that anymore. It is really, really a shame. It would be like Tutankhamun's gold mouth being stolen and melted down for the gold. It would be just a crime of the century.
Ronnie Bauer, thank you very much for joining us on ABC News
you.
tonight.